My mission is to go cruising on a Sunday afternoon in my beautiful city of El Paso, Texas, El Chuco, hearing great oldies, heading to meet the club brothers at the park. The theme of the 1964 Impala, the Sarge, is a representation of the military and to honor those brothers and sisters that fought for our country and never made it back. The car color is red. It represents the field artillery, red team. It has a 327 engine with a power glide automatic transmission, Dayton wire wheels, and 520s. Hydraulics by High-Low Customs Hydraulics in El Paso, Texas. Car was assembled and a special thanks to Orlando Cobos from Roswell, New Mexico, Imperial chapter. The blinds on the back window is camouflage. The color of it, red, matches the car. Usually the camouflage is green or brown depending where you're at. The frame has special engravings of Sergeant First Class rank. The POW MIA, Never Be Forgotten emblems, our special American flag, which I will always stand for. The hydraulics have been engraved with the units I deployed with. The 1st Cavalry, Fort Hood, Texas. That was my first deployment. Deployed with 3rd of the 133rd Field Artillery, 1 of the 142nd Infantry. The front fenders have mirrors of military women in uniform. So building this car, I wanted to do more. I wanted to let the world know about the men and women that never made it back. I wanted to share this story to everyone, that these soldiers that fought so hard, that couldn't come back home and share their story. I was here for that. I wanted to share this story for them, to share their stories that I could add to the Sarge and move forward in this tough situation that we went through. A special thanks to my brother-in-law, Alfonso Alvarez, who built this for me. Another special dedication is to honor one hero at every car show. Depending where car show is held, I choose a story of a fallen hero with much gratitude for the brave men and women for their sacrifice, our freedom. Let us not forget. I was born to Guillermo and Berta Silva in El Paso, Texas. I was accompanied to this world by my twin brother, Francisco Pancho Silva. My father worked for the El Paso Water Utility. He retired from there after 32 years of service. I am blessed to belong to a large family of 9. My mother, having so many of us, was home taking care of each and one of us as we grew. It was rough growing up. It was tough financially for our parents to provide for all of us. My brothers and sisters, at a young age, we all started working, doing what we can. I started shoe shining when I was 10 years old, selling newspapers, doing anything I could to help my parents. My love of antique cars grew as I saw my grandfather, Francisco Silva, drive servo around. My favorite was a 1958 Chevy Impala. I was too young at that time to even drive a car. When I turned 16, along with my savings and my parents' help, I got a 1964 Impala. I was thrilled. Growing up, I remember a popular show named Chico and the Man, where parts of LA and the 64 Gypsy Girls were part of the intro to the show. During the time, we had members of the LA Imperials Car Club chapter that moved to El Paso. I was introduced to Benny and George Ramos of the chapter, and I was fortunate to join them in starting the Imperial's El Paso chapter, which was born in 1979. And getting into the Imperial's car club was an honor for me. At that time when we were getting our cars ready, Lowrider magazine came to El Paso to shoot some cars at our well-known Escalante Park. A lot of car clubs went down there and parked their cars, and Lowrider magazine just started going by and taking photos of the cars. And when they came to us, they took the 64 and took photos, and not knowing that it was going to come out in the magazine. 3 or 4 months later, when it was delivered to the stores and saw the car there, it was a great honor to be part of it. Being able to drive my car, having my driver's license, and being out and cruising the parks there in El Paso, joining the Brotherhood, taking our cruise down the main drive, being part of it was a natural high. It was a great feeling, taking part, being part of lowriding. So now, at that young age where you feel accomplished, but you know your life is just starting, what do? There's a saying that you could do anything, so I became a soldier. When I joined the Army, I was 20 years old, and let me tell you, it was a heck of a ride. I was blessed to travel the world while serving my country. The moment came when I had orders for my first duty station in South Korea, Camp Humphrey. Not knowing where the Army would take me after that, I decided to part with my 64 and sold it. It was a bitter, sweet feeling. Letting go of my childhood dream, which was my car, and lie of my dream to start my adult life while serving my country. When I joined the Army, my life changed completely. I needed to lead, follow, and learn the Army way. I had to shift change my life from when I was lowriding and growing up, and now everything was different. I didn't have a lowrider in the Army. I had a Jeep, a Hummer, a tank. It was something different, real life. When we were in Iraq, we had our PX where we could go and buy our goodies to have. They had a magazine rack where Lowrider was delivered to the battlefield. And that motivated us like, wow, here in the battlefield, we're seeing what's going on in the other side of the world. I'm here fighting for my country, and Lowrider's still out there. It was, can't wait to get back and see my Brotherhood friends, my family, and maybe when I get back, get another car and put it together. After faithfully serving 20 years in the military, I was due to retire. Then on September 11, 2001, our country was hit by a series of terrorist attacks. This was devastating to our country and the world. I thought of my two blessings, my sons, Eric and Patrick. Being at risk for future terrorist attacks in our own soil was mind-blowing. I knew I needed to help our country fight back in order to protect our families at home. It was a tough choice knowing I would be leaving my family behind to go fight this war. I ended up serving a total of 3 tours, 2 in Iraq, 1 in Kosovo, and back at home, assisting the U.S. Department of Homeland Security in securing our borders. Four days after retirement, I lost my son Patrick, my 27-year-old blessing, to diabetes. I'm good. This disease is known as the silent killer. This was the most devastating feeling in the world. No parent should ever have to endure this loss. Due to my surgeries that I went through when I got back, the Met Board recommended to find a project to distract my mind, to help me cope with the healing. When I'm at car shows and the display that represents the military, I come across a lot of veterans that also have fought the battle, fought for our country. And we unite, we share our stories. We listen, it helps us to move forward in life. It's amazing what comes across our minds that they want to share also. Back from my whole career in the military and coming back and buying this 1964 Impala, it helped me heal from the wounds that I received in my heart. My brothers and sisters that I dearly miss. Riding this 64 on the road gives me that healing feeling, that gives me that want to live for them, want to do what I want to do for them. Pulling into a gas station, people getting off and taking pictures of the car, and the healing that I needed to continue in life. Life is a journey, and now to help me enjoy the ride is my beautiful wife, Araceli Silva, who is my partner in crime, in traveling nationwide to display this masterpiece. When we take the car out for a ride on a Sunday afternoon, and just having my wife next to me, enjoying the moments, sharing this together, the feeling is so awesome, having her next to me. My son Patrick would have loved to drive that 64. He told me once, "Dad, I can't wait till you finish your 64. I want to be there for that first car show of yours." He is. He's there with me every show I go to. Patrick, I love you and miss you dearly. My salute to all who I serve with and those that serve other wars. Every day is Memorial Day, Veterans Day, and Independence Day, all because of the brave. You will never be forgotten. I witnessed true sacrifice out in the battlefield, having to defend our own lives and the lives of our brothers and sisters in uniform to defend our safety and freedom. We are home of the free because of the brave. I'm not a hero, but I did have the honor of walking beside a few. My name is Jesus Silva. They call me the Sarge. I am a retired Sergeant First Class, and I am a Lowrider role model.